Aleksander has just freed up, and I want to ask him to explain the difference between this stand 801 and 800. This is the 800A, a shortened version. What is the difference between this stand and what is planned for this stand? Initially, we developed this stand for nickel metal hydride batteries, like those in Prius, Lexus, and similar models. The main challenge is to accurately find the 100% charge using ΔU and to stop it without overcharging or undercharging for precise voltage measurement. It handles this perfectly. The lithium function was added later because it can handle it. Naturally, 5 amps, which is sufficient for nickel, is too low for lithium. In an average module, like the Leafs, it ranges from 60 to 70 amps, while Teslas can be 200 amps or more. Therefore, the testing time on this tester is quite long. To address this, we created this device, which is designed solely for lithium modules with a voltage of up to 60 volts. We can charge up to 60 volts with a current of up to 70 amps, limited by 2 kilowatts. Inside, there is a 2 kilowatt AC-DC converter that recovers energy back into the grid. This means we do not waste energy as heat, which allows for compact dimensions. Additionally, we have 16 channels for balancing. We can connect lithium iron phosphate 16S or lithium-ion 14S. This is because we exceed the voltage of 60 volts. We can connect either a Leaf module or any other for testing in a couple of hours. A Tesla module takes about 8 hours or a full working day. There is also a small load capability of up to 120 amps. This can load from literally one cell up to 60 volts with a stable current. We load very quickly because there is enough power. At 60 volts and 120 amps, that's about 6 kilowatts. Naturally, we do this for short durations, 200 to 300 milliseconds. We measure the voltage drop across all cells, and we measure the internal resistance. If we see a difference in internal resistance, we can already judge that one of the cells is faulty without cycling. We balance with a current of 2 amps for both charge and discharge. So we have one button. To do it right, it calculates the average voltage of the module, and to this average value, some charge while others discharge. Why is this important? In some modules, not in this one, but, for example, in the Ioniq 5, there is a board with fuses inside. These fuses can be rated for amps or 100 to 200 milliamps. So, for balancing, we cannot use currents that are too high. Yes, this tester can handle 5 amps, but you still have to balance with the fuse current no more. Because it does both charging and discharging simultaneously, it speeds up the process by 2 times. There is also a signal connector provided. What is it for? Well, first, you can connect temperature sensors that are already in the modules. And if we are testing a Model S or any hybrid batteries with its BMS, there's CAN-LIN. With RS485 and UR, we can communicate with the BMS and take data from it. With mild hybrid batteries, we plan to implement unlocking functions, activating contactors so that we can check them without disassembling them, and so on. That is, through this stand, it will be possible to unlock it if it has been fully discharged. We plan to do this. We are aware of the problems that can occur. For example, with Volvo, if the crash data isn't removed from the battery after an accident, it won't work. We aim to include such functions in this device, but that will come later. The tester will update via the internet. So initially, there will be basic functionality: charging, discharging, balancing, internal resistance. That's already prepared. We will then continue to refine the protocols and cables for different types of batteries. And of course, there will be specialized cables because it's easy to access here. But in the Ioniq 5, the connector is very small, and with alligator clips, you can short the contacts and burn the fuses. Therefore, we will have a specialized cable developed, just like for all our other equipment, to make this process simple. Sasha, please tell me. I know that the EPS tester on this device MS561 Pro has added reading and clearing error codes. Will this tester support reading error codes? 518 yes, of course. These functions will also be available, but it will all be done in time. Initially, we have an OBD connector, that is for batteries with BMS, that can be diagnosed. You can already connect an auto and read the codes. But over time, if we see that this is a very common problem, we can certainly implement functions within the program for convenience. And if it's a rare occurrence, then it can also be connected. Does it update over the air, or does it require USB? The system connects via Wi-Fi, and there is a LAN port. It's an ordinary computer based on Linux. So you won't need a flash drive to download the firmware and then transfer it. Let's remember that this is still a prototype, and it is currently being tested to resolve any issues that may arise. After that, this stand will be available for sale. So if anyone is interested in the price of this stand and when it will be released, I can leave my contact information for inquiries. And of course, once this stand is fully operational, we will take it to repair batteries. I will definitely make a video of how we work with it. This first one will go to you. Great super. When it travels the world and appears at exhibitions. That's all. Thank you very much, Sasha, for the consultation and information, as this is essentially the first time I'm seeing this stand myself.